Hi there! I have received many different comments about this Fuji XH2S autofocus weakness. And I also read many different sources that this autofocus is a bit weak in compared to the other cameras like Canon. So I am a new user also to Fuji, so I want to check and test today different types of focus mode in Fuji XH2S, and I'm gonna use my Canon R5 camera, which is one of the best in autofocus today, and see is it really kind of a difference between these two cameras in autofocusing especially. So let's go and check it together. Two different modes of autofocusing in Fuji XH2S. One of them is multi and the other is area. So today I'm gonna check both of these modes with my Fuji, and with my R5 I'm gonna try eye detecting mode. So I'm gonna check is there any real difference between these two cameras with focusing or no. Let's go and check it together. I have set up my cameras like this. Of course, I'm gonna put my Fuji on this. I'm gonna use my 50mm Canon 1.8 on my Canon R5, and with Fuji I'm gonna use Viltrox 33mm f1.4. So in the same condition and almost same lenses, we're gonna try the result of autofocusing with different modes. have done the testing with different modes of my Fuji camera and my R5 with eye detecting. The setup of my camera, all of them are, that tracking sensitivity and autofocus speed, all of them on default. So I'm gonna check the camera outcome by itself. And back to my studio, I'm gonna check the details, because here, what I saw, it was okay, but I couldn't see all the details on my monitor. So let's go back to my studio and check it all together. Here we are in my studio, and first of all, I'm going to show you my adjustment and setting of my Fuji camera, and later we're going to go and check the comparison between my Canon R5 and my Fuji XH2S. Right now, I'm going to show you the setup of my camera. Here we are at the setting. This focus mode is manual and continuous, which I use continuous always. And with my AF mode, I tried both of them for you, multi and area. With this custom setting, I put this tracking sensitivity on +2 and my AF speed on +2 as well, because I think I got better result, especially if I want to focus on a subject or face. And so these are the other eye detecting. We have more options in Fuji for eye detecting test, auto left and right, which I tried my right eyes. But the auto is also working nice, but it's a bit lazy to catch the eyes quickly. So with the subject detection, we have more options with Fuji, as you see, which we don't have it in Canon. So we don't need it right now to put on any special subject. So with the autofocus, I also, as I told you, I used continuously on my shots. And here we are again. So this is as it is. I don't touch it. So I think that's it. So with this adjustment, I try this comparison. So let me go and now check the shots together. Well, right now I'm here with these two different shots with Fuji and Canon. I'm going to check the details. So, especially on autofocus. So on my left, I have my Fuji camera, and my right, I have my Canon. Of course, this is not the real comparison. I don't want to compare my Canon with Fuji. No, I just want to check the focus, because we heard a lot, or maybe we read a lot about the weakness of Fuji in autofocus. So let's go and check the shots together. So as you see in both of the shots, we have eye detecting working very well. By the way, on my Fuji, I have the autofocus on area mode, which I want to focus more on practically on my face. So as you see, I put it here. So with focus mode with Canon, everything is fine there. You can see for eye detecting. With the Fuji is also same. I think it's doing very good. I mean, it is focusing very well without anything, failing or any losing. It is working nicely. One of the things which has surprised me is that maybe it's because of my lens, 50mm lens of Canon. See, when I come into this scene, it takes a bit more time to get this zooming and focusing on my face. But with my Fuji, which I use 33mm lens, I don't have this problem. I mean, immediately after the second, we can have that focusing on the face. But with Canon, it's a bit lazy, and I assume it's because of my lens. Well, so far, I haven't found any failure or any weakness with the autofocus in Fuji. Let's go and check other shots. Well, right now, I've got two other shots. On my Fuji, I put it on multi, so I have wide tracking, focusing on my frame. And on Canon, it's the same setup. So let's play them and see both of them again. So far, with with this Fuji, I've got my eye tracking because it's much more, you know, focus and it's so closer. So let's check the function of these two. Well, now with Canon, I got my eye detecting working. We don't have any problem with Canon. It is always good with this autofocus. And I think I won't have any problem with Fuji as well. Look. So even from the far distance, this eye detecting is working very well. And here we go, without any losing. And come back to this scene. Yeah, this is working very well. I think there is no any weakness about this autofocusing. And I think we don't have to be worried or have any concern about this autofocusing in Fuji. So here we go. We can go easily without any headache or without any problem with Fuji with this autofocusing, because I have compared with the best Canon R5, you know, camera with autofocusing, and we see there is no any failure, there is no any losing. And I tried both types of multi and area with the autofocusing, so everything's fine, I think. So let's go and maybe check some photos with it. Well, we all saw the results and we checked the videos together, and actually I was so happy with the result. I couldn't find any special issues or any weakness or failure with this autofocusing with this XH2S camera. I was using 33mm lens of Viltrox, but I believe if I was using any native series of lenses on this Fuji, it was even working better, because I think lens to lens, this gonna be different affection. For example, with my Canon R5, whenever I'm using 85mm lens, I have this delay or gap for focusing, especially on the face or eye detecting. So if this autofocus is your concern with this Fuji XH2S, then I have to tell you, you don't need to be worried, not to worry about it. And you can 100% trust on this camera. It is working very well, and we saw the results all together. But I would be so happy if I receive your comments, your experiences about this camera. And if you have any questions, I would be happy if you write a comment for me about this. And I would be so grateful if you can subscribe on my channel and support me with more videos or more comparison. Thank you again, and see you later.